This is Angelus and Tiff. We are here at Spiel and we are just going off. This is... Hello, BGG! We are like functioning on shreds of adrenaline, hope, and maybe a little measure of dignity. You know,
I'm at tears. Tears have replaced dignity for me, I think. Tears. Just solid, salty, delicious tears.
Who'd you harvest them from?
BGG, ironically.
Cookies and tears.
Yeah.
What's been your highlight of Essen so far?
Well, meeting you is definitely up there, and your top hat. And
And the bear hat.
The bear hat is super adorable, but it just made my head sweat. Like it didn't make my head sweat.
You
but
weren't wearing it.
No, but it like made me feel like my head would like explode from the heat. I just can't even imagine.
I was standing at the front of the queue yesterday morning with this long jacket on and the bear hat. It's like, let's do something cute today. The crush and the hat, I was almost passing out from heat exhaustion.
That's, oh my god,
Though
yeah.
I tell you what, go to the front of the queue for the opening of any of these conventions. The buzz of the people at the front of the queue is amazing because they're the really dedicated people. They're anxious, they want to be there, they're like trying to bust the door down. They play games with you on the floor.
Yes, I love that. That's one of my favorite things. It's more, I think we're living at Gen Con, maybe,
Yeah.
or BGG especially. BGG, like the line to pick up your badges starts at like the night before, like at 10 p.m. People will go into the meeting rooms and pick up tables and carry them out and put them in the line.
That's
so
great.
You're just gonna be there for like 10 hours. So yeah.
I have to say though, my highlight of all of Spiel was last night. So actual LOL, no pun included, they organised a spontaneous pub night where they were expecting just a few of their more dedicated fans to show up, but all the independent reviewers crawled out of the woodwork and just sort of like invaded en masse. It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, most of the English-speaking ones, I would say.
Correct.
Preface, yeah.
That's like
they also had some fans show up.
Yes.
They did have fans, yes.
I think the ratio was about 1-to-1, though, reviewers to fans.
I felt kind of bad because more fans were coming by and like you were taking up all the table space.
Well, I think we can organise something that's going to be a little bit more special for next time, though.
Yes, for sure. And they are planning on doing something there, so yeah.
Anyway,
Next year.
This is Angelus and Tiff. We're signing off. Yeah, check her out on the One Tar at Twitter and
YouTube.
And YouTube, yes.
And Instagram.
Bye. So I'm here with Eric Lang, a very well-established designer. Certainly entered the Hall of Fame, particularly with Blood Rage, as well as some of his other titles. I'm actually a particular fan of Coria, by the way.
Oh, awesome!
Yes. So I'm here with Eric at Spiel. First of all, how are you finding Spiel?
It's awesome. It's a blur. This is my 14th Essen, and my best. It's crazy, right?
It's insane.
It's insane. It's really crowded and stuff. It's everything you love crammed into a really tiny package. So this show, I've accepted it. This show is just a blur. I can't process it at all during the day. I can pretty much just unpack it at night when I get home.
Decompile and defrag.
Yeah, I'm like, exactly right. It's like, wow, that was awesome. I had a great time, didn't I? During the day, I'm like, wow.
What has been your highlight?
Wow, I couldn't tell you. The best part for me always is spending time with fans. And
yeah.
So I got to spend every day here at the Asmodee booth. I got to spend at least 1 hour just talking to fans and sharing stories and signing stuff with them. And my victory condition is if I can make somebody's day just by spending a couple of minutes with them. That reminds me of when when I was a fan going to San Diego Comic-Con, meeting my favorite writers and stuff. If I can give them that, that's awesome. I think I got to do that.
Well, that's one of the big advantages of conventions is the community is here and it's vibrant and it's thriving.
Yep.
One of the questions though that I wanted to ask you was relevant to the design process. So you're not your typical straight white male designer, so to speak. You have a diverse experience, and has that actually been relevant to your design process in any way? What kind of lessons can you give us?
Interestingly enough, not that much. So so my background is to quote Steve Martin in the movie The Jerk. I was raised a middle class white kid.
Yeah.
And I was raised in Toronto, Canada, and the environment we were in was extremely diverse. It was like I didn't notice that my entire life. I didn't notice that. I didn't even know what diversity was. I didn't know any racial epithets or anything like that until I was like 10 years old. And the first time I came to Germany when I was young, and I saw like everybody was white. It was strange to me. I was like, why does everybody look the same? That's crazy. So I was just born naturally understanding that people are all different, and so it's just natural. So when I think of a story, when I think of an IP, I try not to make the assumption that I have a protagonist. It's obviously going to be a white male. It's like I think of a cool story. I think of a cool arc, something like that. And if something fits, it fits. But usually I just let it flow. And generally diversity comes out of that. Usually because I want to have stuff represented well.
I find there's a very strong tendency for people who are coming from a place of diversity or coming from a place where their experience of the world is multifaceted, but that's naturally what they want to bring into the design or writing process.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I don't believe it's conscious at all.
Sure.
In my process, it isn't. I've become much more conscious of late when as I hear more and more stories of industry colleagues, industry friends, especially women, that the experiences that they have in the industry, and I'm like blown away, because I don't share any of that. I cannot relate to it. I'm like, so it reminded me just how blessed and privileged a background I've had.
Yep.
And so becoming a little bit more aware of that has made me a little bit more vigilant about more on the art side.
Sure.
More like being more looking at like, oh my God, yeah, there's this stuff, like, some of the stuff's actually kind of, it's off-putting. I'm not going to say offensive, but off-putting.
Yep.
So, I now make sure, like, if I'm putting something together, I'll watch. I don't say like, hey, can you ladies look at this and tell me if this is diverse enough? But I'll like show people, like the first group people's story, and I can tell like if they're rolling their eyes, or if they're like, oh, this again, or if they're clearly not engaged.
Not this trope.
Yeah, I can see that. And I try to self-correct. So I'm nowhere near perfect. Just, learning it every day.
Fair enough. So we've had the big smash hit of Blood Rage. I had to warm up to it personally because I'm not necessarily a war fan, but then I love the subtleties that I learned over time. And now you're going more towards Rising Sun, which is your next big plan for next year?
Yes, I believe the Kickstarter is in February, and
Sweet.
The release Gen Con.
And I understand it's more based on diplomacy, like a sort of second cousin to diplomacy.
Yeah, so I mean, it is sort of, yeah. It's ancient ancestry is in more diplomacy, where Blood Rage was a little more risk, I guess. Rising Sun is a war game. It is a war game at its heart, but it's a war game in feudal Japan.
Yes.
So it is gentleman's warfare. So there's you guys are going. We'll do a lot of deal making and a lot of shifting alliances, and a lot of over the table talk.
Sure.
Over the table interaction. So you have to be most of the powers and cool upgrades I've been giving people. Give them unique perspectives to negotiate with.
Okay.
Negotiate position with, negotiate alliances with. And so you always have to be aware of the power dynamic at the table at all times.
Would you say, because there's more diplomacy, is it hot conflict or quick conflict, or is it more of a slow build conflict?
Well, no, slow build, I'm not into slow build. When you start the game, boom, these provinces are at war. You don't start with anything on the board, but within 15 minutes, you're like, board's full of stuff.
Right.
So
not enough room for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of. I try to cut into the game and like ready for turn 5, like at the setup as much as possible.
Cool.
So, like you're launching to the thick of it, and war itself is actually much more involved than Blood Rage was. Blood Rage was really simple, simple resolution. But this game,
war is risk for our English-speaking people.
Oh, well, yeah. No, sorry. The actual war itself.
Oh, right. Not War the game. Sorry.
So no, the war in Rising Sun itself is very involved. So like it is a little bit like Blood Rage. It's going to be a lot of figures, and whoever has the most force is going to win. But you have coins that you're going to get during the political phase that you can buy stuff with. You can also use those to buy, to secretly bid for advantages in the world. Everybody's involved, so you can be, even though like you generally want to win territories in order to re-civilize Japan, you can also commit seppuku if you think you're going to lose and gain a lot of honor, which helps you later. You can take hostages, which will get you ransom and shame your opponent. You can get you can buy the imperial poets that will give you points for everybody that died. So they sing your songs, even if it doesn't matter who won.
So similar to how, like in Blood Rage, glory was based on actions. That there was a number of ways you can get actions. So there's similar features. Yeah.
Similar, yes, but a little bit less point salady than Blood Rage.
Okay.
Like, this one is it is very folkly a war game. It's just that the war has a lot more scope and a lot more depth to it.
Okay.
So there's everything everything points to the war in some way. There's so much more to do.
War diplomacy.
War diplomacy. That's right. So like even the virtues in the game, the Bushido virtues that give you bonuses for being good to other players at the table. It's good in a way that helps them to war and prepare.
And so Kickstarter coming around February, did you say?
We hope.
And then hopefully Gen Con release.
We hope. Yeah.
Anyway, this is Angelos from Storyboard with the fabulous Eric Lang, who is easily one of the nicest designers I've met here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That I've met. All right, see you later.
Horns.